All right, we're at the stage now where we are ready to create healthy new habits, okay? This is what we want to do right here. And the key word is create. You have to constantly create these new habits for it to become a new habit. We have the bad habits, but now we're creating some new ones, and it takes some time. So they have to be continued every single day. So whether you know it or not, you're doing two things all day long. You're creating your health or you're destroying your health. Now, when you're doing nothing, like let's say you're not exercising at all, the health tends to diminish. So it's a constant thing where you have to exert effort to build something up, especially with exercise. So let's start over here in the creation of your health. A couple things, make it easy on yourself. Don't make the recipes complex. I'm releasing a ton of new recipes with only 4 ingredients or less. So that will help you out. I'll put some links down below of where to find these recipes. I'm also going to give you a really nice document that includes all the foods that are keto friendly at the grocery store. You know, quick meals that you can go there and just buy already made so you can take those home and eat them to make it easy. Also, I'm creating recipes with a lot of variety, as well as keto desserts, like how to make certain things with chocolate or cookies, how to make different types of bread with very few ingredients. So this will make it very pleasurable yet easy for you to make this transition to your new habits. Another thing that's very, very important to curb the cravings for carbs or the temptation for carbs is to eat more fat at the meal, because we don't want you snacking, especially late at night. So a good habit would be to have enough fat and not snack. Complete your meal at the meal and don't extend it. There's a lot of people that have supper that turns into a very long meal where they keep eating until they go to bed. We want to break that habit. It's not a good one. Also, not having any junk in the house. I will tell you, if I had potato chips in my house, I probably would start consuming them. I just don't have them in the house. I don't want that temptation. So get the junk out of your house. All right, next one, less restaurant foods. I think it's a really good experiment sometimes to just notice how you feel the day after you go to a restaurant. Usually, despite how much you spend, you feel kind of either bloated or you feel kind of tired because you never can control the ingredients. A lot of times they have hidden ingredients like in the soups and the dressings that are sugary, that have refined carb, cornstarch. So try not to go to restaurants very often, okay? But I do understand in the beginning, you may need to do what's called dirty keto and not worry about the quality because you're starting new and it's too overwhelming. So it's much better to just go to a restaurant, even if it's a fast food restaurant, to eat something without the bun or have a somewhat keto friendly. Not necessarily worrying about the ingredients, but you're just trying to keep your carbs low as a first step. Now, I'm going to put a link down below that you can get more information on this dirty keto. In other words, what types of meals that you should be eating if you decide to do fast food versus meals that you shouldn't be eating, okay? So we'll give you some ideas on that if you need to do that. Next point is awareness. When you go through stress, you kind of go into this mode where you're not yourself, and you'll do things that you normally don't do, especially as it relates to food. Certain people, when stressed, go right for junk food, okay? So you're gonna have to keep your awareness very, very high when you're stressed and do the right thing by taking certain B vitamins, maybe having a healthy keto dessert to counter the stress and actually get rid of the stress. I have a lot of tips for this. Boredom, the same thing. Boredom is actually even worse sometimes than stress because you have to keep yourself really, really busy. People tend to eat when they're bored. So this is all about just being aware that you have this new habit that you're trying to keep implemented, okay? Next point is this right here. Never, 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 never ask this question to yourself. What am I in the mood for today? because you're always going to get the wrong answer. I mean, I think you have, the instant gratification of some junk food, and then you have the wonderful, healthy feeling that you would consume when you eat something that might not give you any instant gratification. It might, in fact, be very bitter. Vegetables are very bitter, but one of the reasons why I consume them is I like the way I feel after I eat them. So focus on the healthy feeling that you're going to get by doing this, okay? Also, when you go to a restaurant, if you do go to a restaurant, make sure you tell the person serving you, don't bring the bread or the dessert menu, okay? And that way, you're not tempted. All right, on this side over here, you want to make sure you don't allow yourself to be tempted. You want to make sure that the environment that you're in is safe, it's keto-friendly. And especially if there's a social situation where there's people around and there's all this junk food, just avoid that environment, okay? Be very selective of what environment that you put yourself in. Also realize that that little keto-friendly snack that you eat between the meal is going to make you hungry and it's going to make you want to eat more frequently. Not a good idea. I'll take all these keto snack foods and I'll actually eat them at the meal, but not between the meal. And I also don't recommend a cheat day, okay? I'm sorry, but I know other programs have a cheat day. The problem is the cheat day turns into another cheat day, which turns into another cheat day. Ideally, though, you want to do this to the point where you create a very large health reserve, because the overall strategy is to do this correctly so you drop insulin, which you then fix your slow metabolism. This is how you build up your health. So you actually could afford a cheat day here and there because you have this extra health reserve, but not in the beginning. All right, there you have it. Thanks for watching.